there! Welcome to this episode of Making Baby Food. My name is Jocelyn Donovan. I'm the CPNP for Niwasakandasan Tag. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to learn how to make our own homemade baby oatmeal. So you can buy baby oatmeal in stores, but there might be lots of chemicals added or additives, things to keep it fresh on the shelf for a long time. And if you're someone who wants to try to make things from home, this is a really easy homemade recipe. So you only need 2 ingredients, oatmeal and water. If you like, you can add some cinnamon or some apple chunks or berries, or you can put in a little bit of formula or breast milk if you want to add some extra nutrients to it. Baby oatmeal is great for a first baby food. So when their tummies are just used to breast milk or formula, it's a nice transitional food. It's easy on their tummies, easy to digest, and it shouldn't cause them too many problems. Remember, babies' first foods are usually between 4 to 6 months, unless a doctor has told you to wait longer. So in that 4 to 6 month range, you're not really feeding them for nutrition, you're feeding them to get their bodies used to getting food, to get the digestional tract working properly with food in it instead of just milk. So this is a really easy baby food, and I'm excited to show you how to make it. To make baby oatmeal, you will need a cup of quick rolled oats, water, cinnamon, a blender or food processor, a kettle, and a bowl and spoon. I wanted to see if a blender or a food processor would work best to grind up the oats, so I decided to try each. So I put half a cup of quick rolled oats in my blender, and I just turned it on to 1 on the lowest setting, and it's blending up really nicely. So then I turned it up higher and continued to blend for about a minute. And it worked really well. I was surprised, but the blender ground up those oats into a nice fine powder. So I just add it to a Tupperware container so we can save it for later. Next, I'm going to try out the food processor to see how that works. So I'll take another half cup of my oats, put it in my food processor, and put on the lid, and I'll blend it up for about another minute. And it also ground up really well. So I would say that it's about equal. Whether you use the blender or the food processor, it makes this great oatmeal powder. Now we'll wait for the water to come to a boil. In this time, you can get out your bowl, measuring spoon, and spoons. Little babies have little tummies, so we don't need to make a huge amount. If you're just feeding a 4 to 6 month old, you can start with just 1 tablespoon of oats and 2 tablespoons of boiling water. I used 1.5 there because I wanted to see how thick it would be, and once I mixed it up, I realized it was too thick. So I added the other half a tablespoon to bring it up to 2 tablespoons of boiling water. You can also add formula or breast milk if you like. And now add just a little pinch of cinnamon or any other flavoring that you choose. Mix it up, let it cool down, and your oatmeal is ready to serve. And here we go. Here's our baby oatmeal. So this is with 1 tablespoon of ground oats and 2 tablespoons of water, and it's still pretty thick. So if your baby likes runnier foods, please feel free to add some formula, breast milk, or more water. This is really just for their preference. So if they like thicker foods, keep it thicker. If they like thinner foods, make it thinner. You can't go wrong. I added about a pinch of cinnamon. I didn't add a full teaspoon. That would probably be good for the whole cup. And since this is just 1 tablespoon from that cup of rolled oats, I just added a little pinch of cinnamon. So I'm gonna taste it. Let's see how it is. It's very smooth. It tastes like oats and cinnamon. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that you and your babies enjoy making the homemade baby oatmeal. Bye now.